My name's Matt Jones and I'm on the commercial business side of a company called Gastric Balloon Group, and we're fortunate to have 11 different sites which serve patients for gastric balloon. Our wider company serves patients in all sectors of bariatrics, including surgery too. Over the last 3 years, we've specialised in gastric balloon, including the Allurion product. So what makes the Allurion balloon unique in comparison to its competitors, I would say primarily is the journey for the patient. So when we speak to patients and they do their research on bariatric procedures, often it can appear quite scary. So it's endoscopy or surgery. Sometimes it can be staying in a hospital for a long period of time. Sometimes they don't quite believe how easy or simple the journey can be with the Allurion balloon. Where it excels, or where it's a favourable procedure for a patient, is the fact that this can be a clinic visit, 30 to 40 minutes, speaking to their consultant and having the balloon inserted. And for them, that's time efficient. It's less scary for them. It's a simple procedure. There's no general anaesthetic. It's efficient. The weight loss is good, and also, not every patient out there is ready to have 80% of their stomach removed. Sleeve surgery, gastric bypass surgery is a lifelong procedure, something that you think about for a long time, really commit to. Yes, you commit to a balloon procedure, but it's temporary. It can be removed. And this is something that our patients find really appealing. So the Allurion balloon is a balloon that stays in place for 4 months. A patient will be consulted by one of our 11 consultants in one of our UK locations. They will have a workup from our nurses, and quite quickly, if they choose to, they can have a balloon inserted in what is a short procedure. The balloon is in place for 4 months, though we like to stay with the patient for longer than that, because what we find is incredibly important for a temporary procedure and to get the best results is to have longer term support. So whilst the balloon is fantastic whilst it's in place and patients will lose weight, of course when the balloon is removed there can be the tendency to regain weight quite quickly unless you support the patient with that weight loss. And that's in the form of dietetic support, nutritional support, changes in behavioural modification that the patient has learnt through the insertion phase and then needs to kick on with. But it's difficult to do that on your own, and that's where a group such as Gastric Balloon Group can help with an awful lot of support through the wider team. Referred to as a multidisciplinary team. So this is of course your consultant, surgeon or gastroenterologist, but the people around that figure are quite wide. So there will be psychologists, dietitians, nutritionalists, and aftercare and support is incredibly important. While there are specific touch points that we put in place for the patient, what we're always keen to advise all of our patients is it's really important for you to reach out for support at any given time. So yes, we will contact you at certain times, but please, if there are certain times where you are struggling, that's when you need to contact us. We're always there, whilst it's during the phase of the procedure, whilst the balloon is in place, or afterwards. Allurion have some quite clever products that go alongside the balloon itself, and that's intelligent scales, an app, a watch, and this is all set up fundamentally to help the patient to engage, because the balloon is fantastic in terms of helping the patient to feel fuller from smaller amounts, but of course that goes alongside these behavioural changes that we want to instill with the patient. So having an app, being able to see what patients are doing in real time helps us to support them in this window where we have 4 months of the balloon in place and then another 6 to 8 months of support thereafter. So it can be patients with a BMI of 27 to 30. You and I might see and think, well, actually this patient doesn't appear so overweight, but that person isn't confident in their own body or isn't where they'd like to be. And there are patients who might be heavier and morbidly obese, but not ready for surgery. It can be a good solution for those. There are patients whose primary concern is their appearance, and those whose primary concern is their health. There's no one patient, I think, or one patient profile that fits the Allurion balloon. It's wide ranging, and it's for us to understand how we can help each and every one.